G'day legends, it's your Aussie mate here, and today we're diving headfirst into the wild world of local cuisine in Baguio City, Philippines. If you've been keeping up with my antics, you'd know I've had a time and a half trying to park the car in this town. Even at the massive SM city Baguio, over the holidays, it felt like every man and his dog were hunting for a spot. But now that the crowd's thinned out, I can finally breathe easy and actually explore the place. So, someone slid into my DMs and goes, "Mate, you've got to try the local food." And I thought, yeah, why not? Adventure's what I'm here for. Next thing I know, I'm scoping out restaurants with the missus and the kid. The views around here are cracking, foggy mountains everywhere. But honestly, I could have had the same vibes back home on my balcony with a cold one. Still, we were here to experience something new, so off we went. Now before we get into it, let me warn you, if you've got a weak stomach, maybe grab a ginger ale or sit this one out. For the brave ones, stick with me, because it's about to get real. The first place we hit was Kim's restaurant. Google's got it rated 4.5 stars, and a family member swore by it, so I figured this should be a winner. I went straight for the famous beef Pinapaitan, which translates to bitter soup. Why it's called that, I'll reveal in a bit. When the dish came out, I had to do a double take. This wasn't your typical beef stew, legends. It was full of innards, liver, heart, intestines, and this spongy thing that turned out to be part of the stomach. Toss in some red chilies, and there you have it. How did it taste? Well, it wasn't bad, but here's the twist. It wasn't bitter, not even a little. And that kind of misses the whole point of bitter soup, doesn't it? Honestly, they should have called it not so bitter soup. It was alright, but not what I was expecting. I gave it a solid 3 stars. Decent, but not mind-blowing. How are you feeling so far, legends? Still with me? If you're squeamish, maybe take a breather, because we're just warming up. The next day, I wasn't ready to throw in the towel, so we tried another spot, Cuisine vegan. This place has a rep for their crispy bagnet, but I was still on a mission to find proper Pinapaitan. This time, I went for the goat Pinapaitan, and finally, success. It was actually bitter, just the way it's supposed to be. It wasn't bitter enough to make me pucker up, but hey, better than the first attempt. The only downside, the portion was tiny, felt like they were rationing the innards. Being the curious bloke I am, I also ordered goat dinuguan. Now if you're not familiar, this dish is made with meat, intestines and blood. Yep, you heard me, blood stew. It wasn't bad, but it didn't knock my socks off either. I'd give it another 3 stars. On the bright side, the meal was dirt cheap. $13 for 3 people. Bargain. The missus and the kid though, they weren't having any of it. They just looked at me like I'd lost the plot and said, "We're not coming back here." Fair enough, I guess. Alright legends, this is the moment of truth. If you've made it this far without turning green, you're tougher than most. So, why is it called Pinapaitan? Well, here's the deal. The bitterness in the soup comes from, wait for it, juice extracted from partially digested grass in the animal's stomach. Yeah, it's not poop exactly, but it's close enough to make you think twice. They squeeze that out and use it to flavour the soup. And there you have it, bitter soup. So there you go, legends. That's my taste of Baguio's local food scene. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. If you're up for a bit of an adventure and a good yarn to tell later. My stomach's still intact, so no harm done. Would you give bitter soup or blood stew a go? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time on Aussie Eats the World. Stay legendary, stay curious, and remember, it's not just about the food, it's about the stories you can tell after. Cheers.